Howdy everybody, hey, this is Brian, Indiana Creek Gold. We got Millie, the gold sniffing dog. Baby girl's falling out there. We got the fire going. It is cold. It has been cold here in Indiana. I don't remember the last time it's been above freezing. It's been a good long while. As you can see, my creek's froze solid. Yeah, it's cold. I think it's last I looked it was 11 right now. I think wind chill's like 5 below, something like that. We got the wood burner going nice and slow, burner fireplace style. It gets really hot in here, really cranking this stove, so burn through a little more wood this way, but it stays a little more tolerable in here. So, I mean, this is my son's deer from a year or two ago. I know most of y'all have seen the inside of the cabin here. One of my deer from a long time ago. But it's just all open. And our bedroom is upstairs. Millie, the hell. And it gets really, really hot up there. I mean, we have a furnace, but it's sort of secondary source of heat. We pretty much burn wood. I mean, we have that too. That thing puts out some heat when we use it. I just got it on for looks now. But yeah. My first deer, my first buck. My daughter Emma's there on the left, and my son Cole's there on the right. Oh, baby girl likes the wood heat. It's been a while since we made a video, a good long while. Been injuries, been sickness, been all kinds of stuff going on, and then it turned really cold, and been getting firewood in, doing stuff that I should have been doing that 2 or 3 weeks that I was laid up sick and hurt. So this is going to be a little bit different video, but I have struck out so far in the deer woods. That's a picture from back in the day. That buck weighed 265 pounds dressed out. My oldest daughter, Lacey. But my son has, we got a deer popsicle hanging under the deck now. And his buddy, some of their family got some deer, and we've, like I said, besides Cole getting that doe, we've struck out. There was plenty of deer around, but still a little bit of season left. But I'm using up deer meat from last year and making some jerky, making room in the freezer for this other deer. So this is simple. Everybody likes jerky. You can make this out of beef. I know around here you can find London broil roast, and they're usually 1 inch thick, 1.5 inch thick. Fairly cheap. They work great. You know, y'all butcher beef or whatever, have beef. Yeah, you can use beef roast. No pork. But like I said, we're using deer from last year. We had a couple packages. One I'm going to use, the vacuum seals went bad, and it's a little bit freezer burnt, so it'd be perfect for jerky. I usually sort of use scrap stuff a lot of times for jerky, just because it burns up a lot of meat. You know, there's a lot of meals that we can eat in 20 minutes, 15 around here in deer jerky. So you got to think about that too. But it's expensive when you buy it. But this is some of the best jerky you'll ever eat. And I'm not just saying that. Everybody that's tried it will say that. And it is also one of the most simple jerky recipes there is. Seriously. So what we have here, and there's 3 basics. for, well, you can add all kinds of stuff, but I need to check, see if we have some lemon juice. But we'll get back to that. But you can get by with Worcestershire sauce, however you want to say it or however you're supposed to say it, and soy sauce. You can replace the soy sauce, which I did my last batch, with teriyaki sauce. So, and some seasoned salt. A cap full of lemon juice if you have it. We add other dry seasonings, but I'm serious, you could put the Worcestershire sauce, whatever sauce, and soy sauce, or your teriyaki, and some seasoned salt in there. Let it soak overnight, at least 6 hours or so. I like to go 6 or 8 hours anyway. And then put it in your dehydrator, your oven. Fix it in your oven, lowest setting, and then prop your door open 1 inch or so, and do it that way on a rack, cookie rack, with a pan underneath it or something. I've seen people hanging over the racks back in the day, and put a drip pan underneath it. That's sort of old school. We've came a long way since then. You can buy dehydrators pretty cheap. But anyway, simple, some of the best jerky you will have. Right here, 2 parts of the Worcestershire sauce, 1 part soy sauce. So, and what I usually get, and you can get the cheapest stuff. I got that. I just slung good reason. I put the towel there. Lid's not shut. But no need in spending high dollar brand for this stuff. I always shake it up because this stuff has a tendency to really settle on the bottom. But I usually buy the bottles the same size. So I use a bottle of this and then half a bottle of soy sauce. But since we're not, I think this is right at a cup or so. Let's just take that lid off of there. Okay, where are we at here? What's that saying? Yeah. A little above a cup. I don't know how many ounces. I guess we could have done it that way. Sounds too easy. And we'll just go a tad above a half a cup. And bam, there's your marinade. And as far as seasoned salt, about yay much. That's a little bit heavy, but it's all right. If you make your own rub and season your own meat, pretty much use the same seasonings you want. Like, you can use barbecue sauce in addition to this stuff, what have you. You can throw hot sauce in there, red pepper flakes, Cajun seasoning, stuff like that. I put honey in there, but man, it makes it really sticky, and it makes it really hard to clean the dehydrator. My staples are onion powder, and like I said, I just give it a good coating there. But onion powder is pretty benign. We use ground turmeric and everything. Use it in our biscuits and gravy, and our biscuits and gravy is yellow or orange every time. Good smoky flavors like paprika, and it's really good for inflammation. I grabbed 2 onion powders instead of a garlic powder, and paprika. But imagine yourself seasoning ribs or a roast at home. But like I said, your staples is your Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, and some seasoned salt, and you can get by with that. So let me go see if I have some lemon juice, and see if I can find some garlic powder. All right. Millie, the gold sniffing dog, is also the deer sniffing dog. They love deer meat. Love it, love it, love it. We scored on garlic powder and this. Lemon juice, I usually just add a capful. It gives it a little bit of a wang, and also help preserve it. This stuff it never lasts long enough to, all right, let me go grab another whisk. Hold on, I'll be back. All right, got that cleaned off. The jerky never lasts long enough for it to go bad. You can freeze it. Best way to store it is in brown paper bags, actually. Old lunch sacks. Which, those are hard to find anymore, I think. Good shot of garlic. Get those dry seasonings whisked in good. And like I said, it burns up a lot of meat. If you're using your deer meat, we grind a lot of our deer up, and it replaces burger, anything roast. We've made sausage, breakfast sausage. Meat's expensive, flip of a coin where they're going to be in a month from now, year from now, or whatever on meat prices. Y'all know how that's been for a long time now. So like I say, it burns up a lot of your deer meat. That's why I try to use sort of scraps. And by scraps, when you're cleaning up a big roast or whatever on a deer, you get rid of all the silver skin. You can't eat that. It's tough, leathery, and deer fat makes it taste gamey. If you've ever eaten deer somewhere and it has that gamey taste to it, it's either an old buck or a lot of times people are not careful and don't clean all of the fat off of it, and that will give it a really strong taste. Deer fat is not good. Caul fat that is around the internal organs, around the stomach, kidneys, and stuff like that is excellent. That's good. Fat inside, fat underneath skin, not good. But when you clean all this stuff off of your hindquarters, you're left with this silver skin stuff. And I save all those pieces because look at all those pieces of jerky that's right there. And if y'all can fillet a fish, or if you're familiar with filleting a fish, same deal. So let me get my camera stand put up, and we're going to just peel some of this stuff off so you get the gist of it. And then y'all can go on your way. Got a live show coming up like 4 to 5 o'clock in the morning over on Flash in Your Panties, doing that 24-hour live deal. I've never done a live show. So there's going to be a live test probably tonight maybe, and tomorrow a time or two, trying to get lined out for that. So be watching for that, I guess. If y'all are up that early, come over. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing yet, but we're going to be doing it inside because it's cold as hell outside around here in Indiana. But let me get stuff set up. We'll be right back. Okay, I think we're recording. Like I said, so instead of, which I have a big chunk of hindquarter in there that I'm going to be cutting up to make jerky out of, like I said, because it was seal broke on it, so it's a little freezer burnt. But unless we've had a bumper year, which we usually kill, 3 or 4 deer between all of us. I think Cole got 2 or 3 himself last year, and Megan got a deer or 2 last year. But yeah, it just sort of lean this year. But This is actually stuff I saved from last year from processing a deer. So, and you always, Old Time Jerky, and a guy I know, he makes his jerky, he cuts it with the grain. And you see the old cowboy movies where they're using a knife to cut the meat, to eat it. That's what it amounts to. I always try to cut it against the grain and cut it thin. But you can see that silver on there. So this probably came off the hind quarter when we was cleaning it. But you know, if you're familiar with filleting a fish, cut down, cut along the rib cage, and then you flip it back and you're left with the skin and the meat. So this, I just do the same way, and that's how I get a lot of my jerky meat, instead of using roast or what could be steaks or you know, the back strap and stuff like that, you know, the primo stuff. But make sure if you're using deer to trim all this stuff off, though. That's pretty chewy, but that's the gist of it. Like I said, I try to use scraps when I can. It's a lot more efficient as far as meat wise, and I usually cut mine a little bit thinner. A lot of places you see will call for a 1/4 inch thick, which is fine. But then again, it's sort of hard to eat and it takes a long time to dry. So I cut it pretty thin. It dries faster, soaks up the marinade better, and makes it go farther. But yeah, I'll fill that bowl up. The little dehydrator that Megan got me a year or two ago, I can make a batch in 4 hours. I can turn it up to say 150, but you're basically cooking it then, and you can tell the difference. I try to set it on, it's around 130, 131 for 8 hours is premium. But I check it because after about 5 hours, sometimes less on some of the real thin pieces, they're ready to come out of there. So I just check as I go. But like I said, you can fix it in the oven. But y'all get the gist of it. The dogs will be eating scraps. But yeah, this is how I utilize, like I said, I actually get a little heavy with cutting the silver off sometimes just to leave the meat for jerky. But like I said, I also try to avoid using 4 meals for 4 of us, or 5 sometimes, you know, in jerky that's mowed up in a day's time. So like I said, this is sort of my filet-o-fish deer jerky method. Like I said, but if you don't deer hunt, any beef roast, steak, you know, whatever, like I said, London broiler around here is a good deal. But I cut, like I said, across the grain, cut to the thickness you want. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. But basically, you can get by with your 3 ingredients. The more added, the better, obviously, and you can have those 3 basics and then just go crazy from there on what you want to do with it and how you want it to taste, how spicy you want it, how sweet you want it, how you want to mix sweet, spicy, whatever. But watch for some lives. Sorry I haven't been around. Life's been crazy. Like I said, all kind of crap going on, and now we got Christmas going up for too long. But I appreciate you all. Hopefully be seeing more of me. Like I said, definitely doing that live here real soon, and a couple practice lives. I don't know how serious it'll be, but nothing else will be us for a while or something. I got the tablet charging now, so I can follow chat on it. So yeah, I'm off here. Me and the dogs are chilling, so you probably need to check the fire here for too long. Stay warm, y'all. If you're somewhere where it's cold, yeah, we got more cold and more snow coming in. Y'all take care. We'll see you soon. Easy. This stuff tastes amazing. Amazing. Oh, another little tip. Always your dehydrator rack or oven rack. Spray, oven spray, non-stick spray, or I usually just use a paper towel and dab some vegetable oil on it or whatever and wipe around on there. If not, your meat wants to stick to it. I mean, it's not horrible. You can get it off, but it's easier if you oil the stuff up. I suggest an oven, like my oven only goes to 175, so you know, with the open, you could probably run it around 150. So you'd probably be looking at 3 hours or so, 4. And if you got multiple racks of it, you'd probably want to swap them out, you know, flip them a couple times, top rack, bottom rack, you know, switch them a time or two in the process. So I've done it in the oven. If I'm doing it big batches, which I've got that big chunk of hindquarter, I might do some of that in the oven. But anyway, y'all take care. Y'all ain't in on the living room panners, 12 Days of Christmas. Get in on it. Julie, Banshee Mining, I love you. You're awesome. Great, great, great friend. Amazing words on your giveaway, your Huck video. I watched it on the TV. I need to get on my phone and leave a comment and share it and stuff. I don't believe I've done that yet. But you're awesome. Congratulations on the subscribers. Thank you very much for the kind words. And yeah, Indiana Boys Prospecting Club was prevalent on your Huck. You know, old Carson Prospecting, old Brian's came out here with us a couple times there at Cottonwood. I didn't make that last time, but there were others there. Old Rain Man was there. Vendetta, little brother. Like I said, he's been here hanging out, laid on my floor with the dogs, you know, for a week. And then we spent, you know, time down there at Cottonwood. And then, of course, Rain Man and Ron F. You know, all great friends, great people. There's several more of them. I think there's 15 of us all together. But I think those were on your Huck. So, Julie, you're awesome. Thank you. Yeah, y'all take care. You'll be seeing me again soon.